and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals! And for this very special episode, we will be featuring the LYKA costume Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3 Baby Brachiosaurus. But before we head on with this video, I'd like to say thanks to youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And to be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. You may also like to follow me on all my social media platforms. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LYKA. There I'll be posting some of my exclusive photos and also video clips as well. So I'll see you there, everyone! The guest SPC contest winners will be announced later on the show, but now let us proceed with the making of our baby Brachiosaurus. Alright, so for this one, we will be using this particular base figure. It is actually one that you usually find very well on some of the products you have here, just attachable pieces to it. The only thing that I've actually done for this is to, increase the length of the front legs and also some sculpting details on the head as well. So now it's time for us to look at some of the references here. So we have here the baby Brachiosaurus with of course the gang here along with the three ladies from Camp Cretaceous. This baby Brachiosaurus is actually grayish blue in color with a slightly yellowish underbelly to it. So exactly that, we will be painting this Brachiosaurus with a mixture of blue, a little bit of green, as well as some black and white. Alright, so let's start by covering the entire thing or the entire figure by this particular color. So note that when painting and using acrylics, it will actually be appearing as a little bit lighter than before it's actually being dried. So if you're not used to using the acrylics, then just paint a portion of it and then let it dry first before proceeding with the entire figure. Actually, this particular figure is not a baby, it's more like a juvenile in that sense, because it's not a hatchling, so it's a little bit taller of course than that of the minifigure of course. Pretty much the same as that of how the baby Brachiosaurus or the juvenile Brachiosaurus is being depicted in Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous. So for the next primary color that we will be applying to this Brachiosaurus, we have here a mixture of the same colors that we have earlier, and then we just added a little bit more white to it. So this will go of course on the areas where there is lighter portions for this Brachiosaurus. We have of course some areas of the face, around the eyes, the insides or the lower part of the neck, as well as the underbelly and tail. Okay, so using this same color, we will be also applying several, scale details on the legs and the thighs as well. So here you can see several, similar scales with that of the Triceratops figures that you see here. I've added several more smaller scales going towards the lower portion of the leg. When painting details on, Lego figures like this, I always try to first do painting on one side first and then mirror that on the other side. In this sense, we actually make it a little bit more similar, although not very exactly. Okay, so after painting some, lighter details around the eyes, I decided to also include several stripes of this same color on the neck portions. This actually adds detail on this particular figure and also some interest as well, giving it a little bit more shape as well as a little bit of flair on the entire figure, and that's so simple. As with my other baby creations such as that of the baby Bumpy, I always try to make it as simple as possible and not go overboard in terms of, number of colors being used, because baby dinosaurs are just simple and cute, and so we're doing that here as well. So to bring in some more highlights and I guess interest on the figure, using the same color earlier that we did on some of the scales, I added some more white to it and then a little bit of yellow. This brings out that particular color of the Brachiosaurus that you see in the photo earlier. So this color paint shall go on the areas of the neck as well as the underbelly of the baby Brachiosaurus. And now with several more detail on the paints. So here I just mix a little bit of brown with black and some white, and so it's a little bit of mocha color, and so we're applying that on the nails on the Brachiosaurus. Of course, the nails will include the front legs as well as the back legs as well. And then additional more details shall be placed in place, and this will include of course coloration of the eyes, and which is a big part of this particular figure, because baby dinosaurs will usually have bigger eyes or bigger pupils to it, so we're doing the same thing here. I think baby dinosaurs are really cute because they have these really buggy eyes and they have this really cute stare at you, so I'm trying to do the same here. Our baby Bumpy actually has that same stare. That is why every time I would sleep, I would keep it beside me, although away from my bed, because I sleep with Usher and Moira and I don't want them chewing on baby Bumpy. Here is the baby Brachiosaurus so far after acrylic paints. I added a catch light on the eyes so that it looks more cute than it is already. And I think all it needs now is some fine details, just a line on the mouth and a little bit more definition on the eyes as well. So we're doing that here using our permanent marker. And that should do it for our baby Bumpy, the making. It's now time for us to announce the guest SPC contest winners, and let's start with the lucky picks. Victor Gabriel, Restless Warrior, Bricks Motion, Mariana X Diaz, Jurassic Gojira, CS Macaroran, Porkies, CG, Mr. Jiao, and J. Joe. And now for our top 10 winners. Top 10. Mr. T-Rex, Best Rexy TV, Maxim Kaskayev, Jim Vermeulen, Jacko S Animation, Sharon Rose Manda, Crescent PL, Hunger Games. Myanmar. And Mechanic Tiger. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess SPC contest. For those of you who would like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And in that homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. Isn't this just a touching moment? I think I've done or at least watched the entire series for 2 or 3 times now. Well, it's time for us to do a separate. Let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 parts to this figure. Let's start by assembling it. Alright, so let's connect this one or the top portion of the body here. Alright. And then let's attach the neck with the head, of course. Now let's attach the limbs. Let's start with the back legs first. For the hind legs, we have here the left and then the right one. And of course, to finish it off, the front legs. Alright, so there you have it, our baby Brachiosaurus. And now on with our next portion of this video. This is the closer look at our baby Brachiosaurus. I think our baby Brachiosaurus is left behind and Moira is here to help her out. How are you doing, Moira? Are you waiting for the mama Brachiosaurus to come? Anyways, Moira will be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, let us have a closer look on this baby Brachiosaurus. So this baby Brachiosaurus, as you've seen in the first part of our film, is actually based off from the baby Brachiosaurus in the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3 Brachiosaurus movie. And taking a look closer, you can see here several details of scaling on the size of its legs, on the body, as well as that of the neck. And it also has this nostril on top of its head, yeah, and you can move its neck like so. It can be placed in several positions, such as running positions, even standing positions, like how it is being depicted in Jurassic Park. There are also detachable parts to this particular figure, such as taking off, the parts wherein you have here on the back, and then you can even attach, several items on the back of this Brachiosaurus as well, because it has a 2x2 studs on its back. Overall, this is a pretty simple custom, and I think everyone or you guys as beginners can actually do this as well. You just have to follow through with what I did in the first section or the making of this baby Brachiosaurus earlier. Alright, so let us now move on with the size comparisons of the baby Brachiosaurus. And as for the size comparisons, of course, we will be bringing back Moira as our standard human figure compared to a dinosaur. Oops! Be careful, Moira. So, comparing Moira here with our baby Brachiosaurus, definitely our baby Brachiosaurus is a little bit taller, or at least taller than Moira. And comparing it with the Brachiosaurus baby in Camp Cretaceous Season 3, it's a little bit smaller than that, but yeah, I think the base figure is just enough for a juvenile Brachiosaurus, and I'm okay with this one. Alright, so it's now time for us to compare with other creatures that we have here so far. So I'm bringing back a few of these baby Brachiosaurus relatives, of course, and this is the extinct Brix Amargasaurus. The Amargasaurus is actually not a very large species of sauropods, but it has this very unique sail to it. Other than that, its distinguishing feature would be its row of spikes on its neck. And here is another comparison that we have. This is our latest addition to our sauropod family, the Diplodocus. The Diplodocus is actually a very long sauropod, although it's not very heavy in the sense, but this Diplodocus is actually one of the most famous or more famous species of sauropods that we have so far. And so I just have to do it. And baby Brachiosaurus is actually thrilled to be seeing his or her aunt here. Alright, move along, Mr. Diplodocus. And of course, we can go on without our mother Brachiosaurus here. Although this one is actually technically the father. It's a male Brachiosaurus, and we have here this Brachiosaurus compared with our baby Brachiosaurus here. Definitely it's larger, taller, and looks more heavier definitely than this baby Brachiosaurus. This Brachiosaurus that we've done so far for Extinct, this adult one, is actually based off from the Jurassic Part 3 Brachiosaurus. Sauropods of this size can actually protect their young, and the young can just, simply hide on the legs of their parents, such as what we are doing here. Brachiosauruses are thought to move in herds of small families, and in that sense, I think the adults would definitely protect their young. There is evidence, however, that some species of sauropods would actually lay their eggs on one area and then move along and migrate to other areas without even protecting their young, and the young will actually fend off for themselves. But in the case of what we see or what we have seen in Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, definitely our baby Brachiosaurus has a motherly figure. Well, let's move on with our comparisons. This is our baby Brachiosaurus with our baby Bumpy here, or our baby Ankylosaurus. Our baby Ankylosaurus or Bumpy is actually thrilled to see his friend here, the baby Brachiosaurus. And on with our size comparisons. This time we have the Camp Cretaceous Monolophosaurus. The Monolophosaurus is actually one of the featured carnivores in the new season for Camp Cretaceous. They were actually mentioned to be solitary, but in Camp Cretaceous, things have changed and they were actually more predators than solitary beings or solitary animals there. Alright, so let's move on with the next one. This is, of course, our Camp Cretaceous Ceratosaurus. The Ceratosaurus has, a little bit of screen time in Camp Cretaceous. However, it's always fun to see, other dinosaurs that you've seen so far in the movies being seen in our series in Camp Cretaceous with more screen time than usual. Alright, so that's it for our Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Ceratosaurus. We can now move on to the next one. This is considered the main antagonist for Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous, the E750 or Scorpius Rex. And he's eating our cute little baby Brachiosaurus. Well, anyways, simply comparing the sizes, definitely our baby Brachiosaurus here is definitely smaller than that of our pal here, the Scorpius Rex. The Scorpius Rex actually has several, additional articulations to it, such as the articulations on the wrist joint, the elbow joint, compared to other creatures or other customs that I had so far. It's actually one of the more articulated things or figures that I've already done. There's a full video of this one, so if you haven't checked it out, please check it out, guys, in the Extinct Breaks playlist. Alright, so it's time for us to have this PC roll call. And in this roll call, Mara would like to remind everyone that everything you see here, from the tall ones to the smaller ones, is actually present in our species, the Extinct Breaks playlist. So check them out, guys, if you haven't. If you also have other, suggestions or requests for species, then feel free to comment them down below. I do read them, and sometimes I do get inspired and consider those requests as well. Alright, Some of you may have difficulties, looking for the Extinct Bricks playlist, but anyways, I've also provided the links on the description box below for you to be more guided, and you'll have direct access on all the links to the direct videos on all the creatures you see here. Okay, so let's start with the species roll call. First, the Extinct Bricks Brachiosaurus. This is the Extinct Bricks Diplodocus. The Extinct Bricks Amardiosaurus. This is Extinct Bricks Baby Bumpy. The Extinct Bricks Monolophosaurus. Extinct Bricks Ceratosaurus. The Extinct Bricks E750 or Scorpius Rex. And of course, the star of the show here, our cute little addition to the family, our baby Brachiosaurus. Again guys, don't forget to click on the links below for you to see all the creatures we have here so far. I'll see you there guys, give it a like! And now it's time for us to move on to the last part of this video, the last looks on the baby Brachiosaurus. This little cutie baby Brachiosaurus got separated from her herd in Camp Cretaceous Season 3, and Kenji and the other campers saw her. Because of the inherent cuteness of this baby Brachiosaurus, the team decided to help her out by calling out to the sound of the Brachiosaurus to let her mother know where she was. And then the ground rumbles and her mother came. Finally, they are together again. So if that would happen here in Extinct Bricks, we have here EB, Asher, Moira, and GCL. Also helping out this baby Brachiosaurus. And that ends our video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well as I did. Also, please don't forget to support our other channels. We have EB Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please like their videos and support their channel as well by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break